I'm here once again with Rebecca Lagler and Austin Brake of Lifeteam Critical Care Transport. You're now working with helicopters and you're doing life recovery. What were you doing before that?
Well, I'm currently a flight paramedic for Lifeteam. Before that, though, I got my start as a firefighter EMT, then became a paramedic, firefighter paramedic, and then got into law enforcement, worked in law enforcement full-time as a deputy sheriff assigned to our SWAT team as a tactical paramedic and operator and as our crime.
So you learned SWAT operations as well? So you can not only bring them back, but you can take them down as well.
Exactly. Yeah. The first priority was to actually take care of any business that had to be taken care of. That's usually taking care of my team first, making sure they're safe, and any situation has to be neutralized, for lack of better words. But then anything that needs to be taken care of as medical sense fell under my responsibilities on the SWAT team.
So what made you move from that to medical?
You know, it's where I first started, working in EMS, emergency medical services, and I realized that that's honestly it's just my true passion. I absolutely love working and thinking medically, and I still work as a law enforcement officer part-time, but you know, this is truly my passion. This is what God has called me to do, and you know, this is what I'll continue to do until I can no longer do it. Okay.
What about you, Rebecca? You kind of told me a little bit about your boss, who is a doctor. He said you're certainly not an angel.
Well,
so explain this to me.
We were talking about bad calls, and I had earlier in my flight career had 3 people that I'd worked very hard on and not been able to save them for whatever reason, and called him and said, you know, this is not having a good day. Not feeling too good about things. I feel like the angel of death. And what he said was, he never knew anybody to call me an angel, so I needed to take myself out of feeling responsible for everything. And it's times like that and discussions like that that make you realize that, you know, sometimes that it is hard and it's heartbreaking, and sometimes it's rewarding, and you can't explain that.
But you've got to be able to cope with that.
Right.
And that the hard thing is taking the rough with the smooth, you know. Right. The same with the fire. We're in the middle of the Nebraska Fire School, by the way. We're in a great big building, and I'm not sure if this is the cattle shed, but there's the swine shed next door, and then there's the sheep shed next door to that. And it's not full of cows, but that's for sure. It's full of vendors and fire gear. And I had met these two from previous years, I think 2 years ago when we first met. So we meet once a year when we come to the Nebraska Fire School. And it's a place called Grand Island, Nebraska. So any of you want to look it up, it's in the middle of nowhere, and that's really where we are. These guys are laughing because I'm a Londoner. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what am I doing in the middle of Nebraska?
Now, Tony, it's called Grand Island, but there's no island here.
No, there isn't. Actually, you're right. I was thinking there might be some water around the outside, but it's just called Grand Island.
That's right. I mean, there's a couple lakes, but that's about it.
Yeah, and good fishing.
Yep.
So, Rebecca, what do you do in your part-time?
I have 2 teenage boys. So I'm still chasing junior high and high school boys. They're very big into sports, American football, basketball, track.
I noticed you said American football.
Yes. And then my youngest does play soccer also.
Okay.
So they're very active, and then we farm.
Okay.
My husband and I farm and help my family.
What sort of farm is it? Livestock or grain?
Livestock and grain. We do dry land. Here there's a lot of people that irrigate, but we do not do that. We're all dry land. So,
okay.
We have cattle and grow wheat, oats, rye.
So you're a rancher as well?
Yes.
How about that? What about, you said you were a cop.
I work law enforcement part-time.
Are you still doing that now?
I still do that now, yes. I do that for a small town outside of Omaha, Nebraska, which is just about east of here. Okay. And I also teach, so I'm an adjunct instructor at a local university and teach the EMS programs, the EMT and paramedic classes.
Oh, pretty good. Well, I'm honored to be with you both. It's kind of cool. Glad we met, and we'll see you again on my YouTube page. And we've got some cool video as well as shots to be able to show you.
The Lifeteam is a critical care helicopter, fixed-wing, and ground transport agency whose design is to accommodate all aspects of transport from the time of request at the sending facility to the time of delivery at the receiving facility. Lifeteam is blessed with some of the best and brightest minds in air medical transport in the entire air medical industry. This is a group of Kansans, a group of people that are committed to a base and to a region to be part of the healthcare delivery system for that region, to do it as quickly and safely as is humanly possible.
I love flying and critical medicine, and you combine all those, it's a great place to work.
Lifeteam started with a single fixed-wing aircraft in Liberal, Kansas, and a helicopter in a partnership in Wichita, Kansas. Over the years, that's grown to 4 fixed-wing aircraft in the Midwest and 5 rotor-wing aircraft. 14 years ago and 22,000 missions ago, I don't think any of us envisioned the role that we would play in healthcare delivery in the Midwest.
21 Pilot Hay, it's dispatch. We have a mission request for you.
Unfortunately, we got in an accident. The team came in and it looked like an organized crew. The way they worked together was just amazing. And we seen him flying over us on the highway, and I knew that he was in the best hands he could be in at the time.
It's humbling and an honor and a privilege to be the company that is requested on probably the worst day of a patient's life. The trust that's put into our hands to safely and competently deliver care for that patient to the next level of care is one that we think about and plan for every day.
So both of you, thank you very much. This is Tony Moore with Glow Time Radio. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again soon.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.